You are having a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for letting us be a part of it here at artbeads.com. We are always happy to spend some time with you, and I've got some fun things to show you today. In fact, not only do I have some fun things and a fun project, but I have a new product drop to land in your lap later. You don't want to miss out on anything that is in today's show. So buckle up, grab a snack, get something to drink, get comfy, and we are going to get into it because I've got a lot of fun beads to look at. We are going to create a project using some of the beads that I showed you guys last Friday, and I have some new strands to show you today. So get ready for all the beady goodness coming your way. Hello to all of you out there. Hey Bonnie, how are you? I hope you're having a good one. Hi Kat, Gina's here. Hi Teresa. Hello, hello. And of course, guys, Eric and Michelle are here in the comment section taking care of us as always. Hi, Hazel. Hi, too. So glad to see you. Hi, Suzanne. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So if I didn't say hi to you, I still see you, and I'm glad that you are joining us this afternoon. All right, let's see. I'm trying to decide how I want to start things out today because I do have a lot of fun things to show you. Just so that you know, though, before we get into all of the beady goodness that I have, as of right now, so if you're watching this on a replay, this may not still be applicable, but right now, as of right now, we are celebrating the Dollar Days. It is a Dollar Days weekend here at artbeads.com, and that means that thousands of your favorite items, beads, components, all the goodies, thousands of those are or can be $1, $2, or $3. Now that is just through the weekend, so you definitely want to take advantage of the Dollar Days while they are here and stock up on some of your favorite items. It is a great opportunity to stay within your beady budget, right? But still be able to stock up on things. I love Dollar Days. So take advantage of the Dollar Days while you are shopping on everything that is in today's show. Also want to let you guys know that we are going to be doing a little giveaway. I like it when we do a little giveaway. So we're going to be doing a little giveaway, maybe more than one. I don't know. We'll just see how things go. But that is the plan for the day. So I'm going to show you some beady goodness. I'm going to drop some new beady goodness on you. And then we're actually going to put together a necklace using the beads that we had last week that actually sold out, thanks to you guys. So stick around. You don't want to miss any of the show. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you guys around and we're going to look at some of our designer blends while I explain to everybody how to shop. All right, so first things first, I'm going to lay out one of our favorites. This one is really, really popular right now. And I'm going to pour this one out for you guys to see. This is one of our limited edition Bead Llama designer bead mixes. This one is the 4th of July, and you guys have been asking about the 4th of July, and we actually had some strands. There's a little piece of string in there. We had a beautiful assortment of strands last week that were 4th of July related, and they sold out. So for those of you who maybe missed out on the beautiful strands that we had last week, this is still a wonderful opportunity for you to grab some red, white, and blue for all of your holiday jewelry making. So super, super beautiful mix here. I love this one because of the little stars. We'll talk about that here in a second. But if you are joining us for the first time, or maybe you just need a little refresher on how to shop, you're going to notice on the side of your screen there is a little shopping bag icon. You can click on that shopping bag at any point during today's show, and it's going to bring up the information about the items that you see right here in front of you right now, as well as all of the other items that are in the show. So even after I've moved past this bead mix right here, it will still be part of the shopping bag, so you don't have to wander around the website. We make it super easy for you to shop by being able to find everything all in one place. And you can even add all of those items to your shopping cart as well as check out. So you can complete your shopping experience all from that little spot, and you don't have to navigate away from the show. So you can do all of that while you're still watching. It just makes the screen where I am a little bit smaller so you don't have to miss anything. If you do happen to navigate away, though, you can easily find us again going to artbeads.com/live. Now, if you're joining us from Facebook, your shopping experience is a little bit different. You're going to notice in the top of your screen, there's a little text bar. You're going to type in the item codes for each one of the items that you see, and a text message will be sent to your messenger that gives you a link to that item on the website. So we try to make it easy for you to shop with us no matter where you are joining us. However, couple of things you need to know. If you are joining us from Facebook or YouTube, I cannot see your comments. So if you want to be part of the conversation, you need to come over to artbeads.com/live and join us that way. Also, when we do the giveaway, you've got to be on the website watching. So if you are watching from Facebook or from YouTube and you want to watch up until the giveaway, make your way on over afterwards. Or after you've or before rather we do the giveaway, so that you can join us on artbeads.com/live to be a part of the giveaway. You got to be watching from the main show. Okay. And we would love to have you join in the conversation. So I'd love for you to just come on over right now. Right. All right, so as I mentioned, to have this beautiful, let me be your beady Vanna today, we have a beautiful red, white, and blue designer blend. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with our designer blends, these are hand-selected and curated by our design team. And all of these beads are first run Czech glass, meaning these beads, and a lot of them are vintage, have not been picked over. They have not, you know, this is not like the remnants or anything like that. This is first run Czech glass beads, a lot of them vintage, that our design team put together in these beautiful limited edition mixes for you guys. We put the color palettes together. We picked out and hand selected each and every one of the beads that are in these mixes with you in mind and designing in mind. So as you can see here, this one is absolutely beautiful. We have a lot of large beads in here, which are really nice. You guys have heard me talk about having enough white beads in my stash. This is a great way to get to build up your stash of white beads and red. I always have a lot of blue, and I think a lot of us are like that too. So I'm not usually hurting for blue beads, but white, black, red, gray, those are the ones that I never have enough of. But there are a lot of different white beads included here. There are these cutie little flower beads, all of these Czech glass, beautiful blue ovals in here. There are some stars. There's two different colors of the stars, so you can see, and then they have that beautiful AB finish on one side. There are also some little flowers in here as well. Super, super cute. So for those of you who missed out on the opportunity to get the 10 strands last week, those sold out. We had a strand assortment put together in red, white, and blue. Absolutely beautiful. I'll give you a little peek of it here in a second, but you can't get it anymore. However, if you still need some red, white, and blue beads, we've got you with this mix right here. There are a few of these still left on the website, so if you want to grab these up, get them while the getting's good, because I don't think these are going to last much longer. You definitely want to add these to your cart while you're shopping on everything else today. So I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way, and we're going to take a look at another one of our beautiful blends. Let's make quick work of this with my little bead scoop here. I should have added the bead scoop to the show. Everybody always needs a good bead scoop. It's so easy to clean up. Hi, Katie, and hi, Katie's husband. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. All right, look, I'm going to show you really quickly before we move on to one of the to another one of the blends. I just wanted to kind of tease you guys a little bit, because this was the 10 strand assortment that I had last week, the 4th of July assortment of 10 different strands, vintage Czech glass here, absolutely beautiful. Guys, these sold out. You guys went crazy over these, and I'm not going to dump all of these out, but just to show you some of the ones that came off of the strands. These all sold out, and I have these right here. This was the red, white, and blue one, and then I have the flowers and leaves. I'm actually going to do our project today based on the flowers and leaves assortment that also sold out. I've got a brand new one coming your way today. I'm not going to drop it next. It is coming your way very, very soon though, so you want to stick around for that. But But let this be a good reminder to you guys that things on the site do in fact sell out, and they sell out quickly. So while you're watching the show, it's always a good opportunity to go ahead and use that shopping cart or that shopping bag to add these to your cart and check out, because sometimes they're gone. And when they're gone, sometimes they're gone for good. But I gotta tell you, this just so happens to be one of the strand assortments that, if we were to beg a little bit, if we were to grovel perhaps, or maybe if we just asked sweetly, our dear Michelle in the warehouse might be able to come up with another one of these assortments. Now, it might not be exactly the same, but if you guys are loving the assortments that sell out and you want something similar, a lot of times it is possible to try to get some of those, you know, put back together again. Possibly they may be different by 1 or 2 strands or something like that, but it's not always going to be possible, guys. But for this one in particular, and for the flowers and leaves one, I think that if we were to ask sweetly, Miss Michelle would probably be able to restock these for us. But that all depends on you guys, right? We want to be sure that we're taking care of you guys. So if you missed out on the opportunity to grab these, let us know, and we will try to get these restocked for you if possible. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to show you one of the other, oops, sorry guys. I want to show you too much of what's going on up there. Another one of our beautiful designer blends. This one is a fun one. Paulette said yes. BJ says yes. Yes, yes, yes. Gail from Sacramento says, Megan, we want more of the sellouts. Ruth says, hello, I'm in Ohio, but my son lives in Elk Grove. Hello, Ruth. Mary says, Megan, please make more of the sellouts. I think we've got, I think we may be able to handle that for you guys. All right, this is another one of our beautiful little designer blends. This one is so cute. I love this. Okay, first of all, this color palette is one of my absolute favorites. I love neutrals. I am all about browns, taupes, tans, anything like that. I adore. But you guys, these are extra, extra cute because look, it's a frog. It is the sweetest little froggy. How cute is that? I love them. These little frog beads. So, so cute. So again, one of our designer blends, hand selected. Look how sweet he is. These are all curated by our design team, put together with you guys in mind. These are adorable. So, so cute. And so not only are there the little frogs in here, but we also have some Czech glass leaves. You guys know leaves and flowers are some of my very favorite shapes to work with. Love those. We're going to be working with some leaves today. There are some little Czech glass cubes in here, as well as these sweet little kind of twisty beads that have that beautiful, it's like a, I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a honey color almost on the inside of that, with a little more tan than honey, but that's all I can think of at the moment. It's just really beautiful. This is an absolutely beautiful but fun whimsical mix to create with. I want to make an ankle bracelet with a frog on it. Like I just need that in my life. Need that in my life. So, and you can see there's a lot of beads, a lot of beady goodness here to work with. So cute. So, so cute. Janelle said, at first I thought they were sweaters. From a distance, they do kind of look like sweaters. I'm not going to lie. I feel you. They do look like little sweaters. But they are, in fact, little froggies, little frogs to make some cute little designs with. I love that. I love the frogs, guys, because listen, and I've said this before, jewelry making should be fun. This is not one of those hobbies where you should be taking yourself too seriously, right? We gotta have some whimsical fun in here. Frogs, little fish beads, all of those little things, the little people beads, the moons that we sometimes have, like those are fun. When jewelry making should make you smile, it should make you happy. So if you're not smiling and having a good time and laughing at some of your beads, then maybe you need to take a little break. Come back later. Should be a happy thing to do, and the whimsical beads make it easy to be happy about it. And this is a really beautiful mood lifting mix right here. Really, really beautiful. Our little sunshine mix. A lot of gorgeous things going on here. This one is full of a lot of different sizes and shapes here. So we have some really beautiful coin beads. We also have coin beads in a couple of different colors. So it wasn't just the white. We have the yellow with the little stripes going through them in a couple of different sizes, which is really cool. Love that. Look like little suns. We have some really interesting, that's a pepper, but I thought it was, I mean, I guess it could be a banana. I think it's a pepper though. I think it's a pepper. It's not a banana. I don't know. You can make it whatever you wanted it to be. Little butterfly. There's lots of little drops in this one. There are some Czech fire polish in bright yellow. There are some leaves in this one, some little swirls. This one has just like, for a smaller mix, this one has a little bit of everything in it. Look, there are some flowers as well as some stars. So really, really cool little mix. And yellow has been known to, you know, lift your mood up. Also makes you hungry, which is why McDonald's uses it, which I don't know. Interesting little fact there for you, I guess. But it is known to it's been said that yellow increases your mood, and I do love anything yellow. So super cute, really pretty. This one, I think I see a heart. Look, it even has hearts in it. This little mix has everything in it. It may be a small mix, but it is certainly mighty. A little heart, so cute, so cute. All right, let's get this one cleaned up so we can look at another one, shall we? And then I've got a brand new assortment coming your way. All right, so we're going to take a look at one more of our designer blends. And then we are going to take a look at what's new. Rotisserie chicken with a sweater. Janelda. Oh my goodness. All right. This is the Spring Confetti Designer Blend. I love this one. This one is so cool. This is definitely one of my favorites. The color palette is awesome. It's kind of giving like retro vibes to it. I love these larger focal beads. Really, really pretty. Then there are some little cubes in here in green. The little rosette beads I think are fabulous in this gorgeous turquoise color. And then these little pinch beads are super cute in green, but they also have this like metallic kind of coating on one side that is very shifty. It's like not shifty, like it's color shift, not shifty like it's gonna steal your wallet, but shifty like it's, you know, it's kind of purple, it's kind of brown, it's kind of bronze. It's really cool. So yeah, this is a really nice little mix to work with. And I know that this mix is a little bit smaller, like the one that I just previously showed you, than say the first two mixes that I showed you, but I can tell you that they definitely have a lot more beads in them than you think. And part of the reason that it appears smaller is because a lot of the beads here are small beads, right? We've got a lot of little pinch beads in here in those two different sizes or two different colors. These are the yellow ones. So just because they're small doesn't mean that they're not packed full of beads, because you can get several pieces of jewelry out of these mixes. And if you don't believe us, you can always ask our design team members, because we have all created tons of jewelry using these amazing mixes. So they really do go a long way. Super, super pretty. Linda says, that is a great mix. I know. I think it's awesome too. Kat says she likes the turquoise rose beads. I do too. They're some of my favorites. They're really, really pretty. And you can always take these mixes, guys, and mix them with other things that you have. So don't think that you're just limited to what you see here. You can really get extra length, and I say that in like a metaphorical kind of way, length out of these beads by mixing in your other things. You know what I mean? Like you can definitely mix in your seed beads, and you can take these even further by mixing them with some things you may already have in your stash, or take advantage of the dollar days we've got going on this weekend, where thousands of your favorite items are $1, $2, or $3. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right, guys, who's ready? Who's ready for new product? Raise your hand. Everybody tell me, who's ready for new product? Gina says you can mix the mix. That's what I'm saying. Also, guys, there is a so So Michelle says, since we've been talking about fisherman chic, she added the fall fishing mix. Guys, that's in the shopping bag. So if you'll click on the shopping bag, there's another mix. I just don't have that one to show you guys in person, but it is also included because, as you know, as I have mentioned, fisherman chic is really popular right now, which I think is hilarious, but is really a thing. It's really a thing. All right, who's ready? All right, got some I ams and me's. Let's do it, shall we? All right, so last week, you guys remember I showed you two brand new 10-strand assortments of vintage Czech glass beads that were put together in our warehouse by the lovely Megan. I've got a new one for you today. Now, the ones that I had last week, they sold out. They were gone for good. Maybe not for good, but they're gone. And that may be the case this week, so you want to take advantage while you see these. This is a brand new 10-strand mix, or assortment rather. Now, as I'm showing these, keep in mind, this is all of this together. So you're not purchasing these strands individually. Okay, this is a full assortment. Czech glass pearls in this gorgeous, like soft teal color. So pretty. Table cut rectangles. Look at the color on the, I'm obsessed with this assortment. Like, it's so beautiful. I don't even know where to begin creating with it because it is so pretty. I just want to look at all of them. So beautiful teal, table cut Czech glass beads, and they have that gorgeous edging to them. That's like a bronzy purpley rose color. So pretty. Also, a beautiful strand of tulip beads. These are kind of milky white, kind of opal color with the AB finish. It's sort of like they're glowing from within. A strand of soft blue-green colored leaves, which I adore leaves. So pretty. A beautiful strand of ovals. And I gotta tell you, I'm a texture person. You know those worry stones, or if you get a gemstone that has like the worry spot on it where you can rub, these are so smooth. They're like river rocks. That's how smooth these are. So pretty. Beautiful teal. Love that. Those are so pretty. All right. I've got a strand of double drilled flowers. Look at these. I love them. They're like southwesterny, and you can see they're double drilled. So these are going to make really cool double strand designs. So you just slide these on to your bead stringing wire, right? To create some really cool bracelets or necklaces. Or ankle brace. I mean, listen, you make them whatever you want to out of them. I love those though. Super cool. Another strand of leaves that I am really loving. Look at this color. This is that same kind of teal with that wash on it that is like that purpley bronzy rose wash. So pretty. Please excuse the snoring dog. It's just kind of a given. There's always a snoring dog here. All right. Look at these. They look like satin. Look at those. They're so, I don't even know how to describe these, but they look like satin. Like there's no other way to describe the way that these look. But gosh, they're so pretty. You guys, this mix is gorgeous. And I keep calling it a mix. It's not a mix. It's an assortment. But it is stunning, stunning. Some little daggers here, and they're a little iridescent. You can see they have that shift to them, and then the little blue spots on them. They're like a really soft blue. So pretty. And then last but not least, these came off of the strand, so I'm just gonna have to dump these out in my hand, are the little rondelles. Look how pretty. And they have that same kind of wash on them. They're also faceted, so they're going to give just a little sparkle to them the light hits them. They're so pretty. You guys, you cannot tell. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but I would argue with you if you told me that these were not this is a gorgeous assortment, like absolutely beautiful assortment. If you're a teal person, now if you're not a teal person, I understand, you know, but I feel like this is one of those assortments that you are going to be able to get so many things out of, because this color is great for like tropical beachy vibes, but also could double in the winter time for like wintertime icy kind of vibes as well. So you could really do a lot. You can get Southwestern style things out of this. You have some Czech glass pearls in here, so you're going to be able to get like some classy, like upscale looking designs. And then you have your flowers and your leaves, two different kinds of leaves to play around with. These right here and these, and then these beautiful flowers. You're gonna be able to create so many things with these. And guys, we talked about this last week. I'm gonna tell you about it one more time just so that in case you missed it. So one of the ways that you can tell that these beads are vintage, and just for your own personal knowledge while you're out there shopping in the world, is that you're going to notice some of these are on cotton. And most beads nowadays are not strung on cotton cord because it's just too expensive, right? So now most beads are strung on monofilament, you know, those clear kind of plastic strands, because they're cheaper. So a lot of times your vintage beads will still be on cotton, and that just, you know, kind of goes to show how long these beads have been around. Now, I also had somebody, I talked about this last week, I had somebody one time say, ugh, why do I want old beads? Tell me, look at these beads. You tell me, do these look like old beads to you? Now, age-wise, yeah, these are considered vintage, but age-wise, I'm considered vintage too, so whatever. I'm still fabulous. I definitely... What? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I definitely don't look at these and think, ugh, old beads. No, I look at these and see some amazing new creations, and I think that you guys will be able to come up with some amazing things with these as well. So here's the drill. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that we did last week. If you guys will remember, last week I had 2 of these that I dropped on you. This week I only have 1. Next week on Friday, same time, same place, I'm going to create a design using these beads. So if you want to grab these now and grab them quickly, because they do sell out. And if you don't believe me, go search for the other 2 that I had, because they were sold out completely. So grab these up, and if you want to make along with me next Friday, we can create something using these beautiful beads. All right, I'm going to move on. Now I'm going to do a quick little giveaway, and then we're going to get into our project for the day, okay? Because we're coming up right at the bottom of the hour. So it's time to do some trivia while you take a last look at these beautiful beads, because our trivia winner could win one of these beautiful strand assortments. All right, you ready? So I've got 2 trivia questions for you, okay? I'm just gonna drop one on you at the moment. Okay, now, no cheating on this one. Do not Google. Don't Google it. You should know the answer to this. Now, the rules of the game are you have to be the first person in the comments who has the correct answer. Michelle's going to be watching. Michelle will let you know who the first person with the correct answer is. Okay, so get ready. Here we go. This is the question. It's actually the 50th anniversary of this. What significant motion picture premiered on this date in 1975? Today, 50 years ago. Ready? Go. It's the 50th anniversary of this movie. Came out, premiered on this date today in 1975. Oh my gosh, y'all are good. Dang, y'all are so fast. I love it. Y'all got it. The answer to that, as you can see in the comment section, is Jaws. So, congratulations to our winner, Susan J. Please send an email to support@artbeads.com with attention Michelle to confirm your name and address. Congratulations. Now, if you missed out on that one, you didn't win, you're going to have a second chance to win one of these later on. So stick around, okay? stick around. I've got another question coming your way in just a little bit. Don't let me forget. All right, I'm going to set all of this over to the side. Now, don't forget, guys, if you are joining us for the first time, you've never shopped with us before, or if you just need a little refresher at any point during the show, you can click on that shopping bag that's on the side of your screen. It's going to bring up this beautiful 10-strand assortment that you see. It's also going to bring up all of the other items that are in today's show, all of the designer blends, all the tools that I'm going to be using, as well as the findings. Everything that's in today's show, you can get by clicking on that shopping bag. You can add those items to your cart as well as checkout, all while still watching the show. And you guys know that things sell out, and they can sell out quickly, particularly when it is a limited edition item like those strands. So you definitely want to check out as quickly as possible so that you don't miss out on your opportunity to grab the items. All right, now I'm going to show you the other strand assortment that we had last week. Okay, so the other one from last week was the flowers and leaves. Now this is sold out, but again, it is possible. I don't know for sure about this one. I do know about the red, white, and blue one. It is possible, I think, that we may be able to convince Megan to restock these if possible. So that's up to you guys. So if you missed your chance to get this assortment last week, and we ask her very, very nicely, she may be able to get these worked up for you guys again. Megan's a busy, busy lady, but she does love to put together beautiful things for you guys. So this was the one that we had last week with the red, white, and blue that sold out. This is the mix, or the assortment that I'm going to be using today to create our project with. So if you've already gotten this one, and chances are you've probably got it in your hands right now, you can make along today while we create our project. BJ says, please do. Paulette says, please, Megan. Lots of requests. This one was so pretty. And I just put together a quick little project for you guys just to show off. I love these beads. They're drilled in the center, these gorgeous pink check glass flowers. I absolutely love those. So again, this was the strand assortment with the red, white, and blue one that I dropped on you guys last week. It is sold out, but we may be able to get some of this back in stock if you guys really, really want it and we are able to find all the pieces. Now, sometimes when that happens, guys, now I don't know for sure, but just so that you know, it is possible that in the future when things like this sell out and then we recreate them, sometimes maybe one strand might be different or something like that. But for the most part, we try to put them together exactly the same way, but you know, there may be some variations in them in the future. So just be aware of all of that, but they are still the most beautiful check glass beads ever. So, all right, this is what you guys missed out on now. Not to rub it in your face or anything, but you kind of missed out if you didn't grab these, but we're going to put together a quick little necklace just to show you a little inspiration using some of the beads from this assortment. I'm going to slide this over here to the side. Now, this is not a very long project by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a great way to kind of show these beautiful beads off. And so I wanted to put together a fun little necklace with some drops because you guys know I love dangles and drops, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity to use leaves to create some drops. I'm pulling up the picture here so that I don't accidentally put this together the wrong way. Now, part of this I've already done in advance just to kind of save some time. So one side of this is already ready, coming up to the middle. I'm just going to lay this out for you so you can see. Okay. Now that's one side. We are going to put in the middle here. We're going to do some more of these to create a little beaded chain with these beautiful AB finish frosted flowers. Okay. Off of this, we're going to do 3 leaves. Okay. Those are going to come down to another leaf and flower to drop there. and then more flowers, okay, and leaves. So this is what we're going to do. Half of it is already ready. I'm going to show you how to put the other half together, okay? But this is where we're going. This is just one of many of the designs. And guys, I pulled these beads from what you just saw. So in other words, that big pile from that assortment that I just had on the mat, all these beads came from that to create one necklace, and I still have all of those left over. So if that kind of gives you an indication of how many projects are possible from a 10-strand assortment like that, like this only takes a fraction of those beads. I still have a ton left over, and I could create tons more jewelry. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do, as you can see, I have each one of these little flower beads is on an eye pin. Don't forget, anything that you see in the show that I'm using, like the eye pins, these are available under that shopping bag. So each one of these we are going to put onto an eye pin and do simple loops. So I'm going to put that one on, and I'm going to go ahead and load up a second eye pin with the other one, and we're going to create some simple loops on these. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to use my chain nose pliers here, and I'm going to grab the wire right where it is exiting the bead, okay? Hold on to the bead, give that a bend. Then I'm going to come in with my cutter tool, and I'm going to trim, leaving myself about 1/4 of an inch of wire. And then I'm going to use my round nose pliers, grab that wire, and then I'm going to roll back to create my simple loop on the top. Okay, so now I have simple loops on both sides, right? And I'm going to do that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these little flowers. Now, if you wanted to do the entire necklace out of these instead of using chain for the length, you could. I'm going to use some beautiful Rolo chain to create the length, but there are enough of these beautiful flowers that you could do the entire necklace this way if you wanted to. All right, let's do another simple loop. So I'm grabbing the wire where it is exiting the bead, bending that wire, trim. Then I'm going to use my round nose pliers, grab that wire, and roll back to create my simple loop. Okay. All right, so these are all going to be linked together with jump rings, and we're going to get to that part here in just a few minutes. In fact, I can go ahead and like lay the jump rings out just so that we have that little reminder. Because these jump rings, not only are they going to link these flowers together, but they're also going to serve as a spot to hang dangles from. And you guys know, I love dangles. Now, I need 2 of these. And those are one of the purple flowers with a wrapped loop on the top and a simple loop on the bottom, and then it has a leaf bead hanging from it. Okay, so we are going to create 2 of those, and whoops, we've got the opposites here. So this one's already been done, and this one has already been done, and we're going to do the opposites of those. Okay, so first things first, I need a head pin. Don't know what I did with my head pins. All right, so take a head pin. I'm going to thread my leaf bead on. This is going to hang from this guy right here. Actually, yeah, because we're doing these 2, we're going to go over here. We're not doing the center yet, so stay tuned for that center part. All right, we're going to do a wrapped loop. Okay, so I'm going to bend the wire over the top of the pliers. That leaves me enough room for wire wraps. I let the tool do the work for me to do all that measuring for me. And then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, go up and over, rotate the pliers, take the wire over to the other side to close up my loop, and then I'm going to wire wrap in that space between the loop we just created and the top of our bead. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my cutter tool and trim off the excess. Wanda's here. Hello, Wanda. All right, now the flower that I have previously wire wrapped that we're going to do together here in just a second, it's got a simple loop on the bottom, wrapped loop on the top. That means that this simple loop here on the bottom, I can open like a jump ring. So I'm just going to twist to open that, and then I can thread on the leaf that I just created and then close that back just like so. Right? And this little guy is going to go right over here. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So we need to create the purple flower. So we need an eye pin to do that. I'm actually going to open up the eye pin. I'm going to open the eye of the eye pin and go ahead and thread our leaf on and close it before I add my flower to it. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a wrapped loop on the top. So bending the wire. Up and over. What's upside down? What are we looking at? What do you mean? Oh, yep. She's like, just wait till she discovers it. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do? Yep, you're right. I'll fix it. My goodness. I was just in such a hurry. I was excited about showing this design. It's all right. I'll fix it. I'm glad you guys are watching. And it's funny because this one's right. This one is not. One of these things is not like the other. Okay, let's see here. Let's find ourselves another head pin so we can fix that. It's all right. It's okay. We can, just gives me another opportunity to wire wrap, right? I love a good opportunity to wire wrap. Oh my. Okay. So let's try that again. Small end down. Thank you. All right. And then we're going to do a wrapped loop. And fortunately, I do these pretty quickly, so no problem. All right, up and over. That's too funny. The design is literally laying in front of me, and I still managed to mess it up. But you know what? That's all right. It's okay. All right, we're going to wire wrap. And then we're going to trim off the excess. It gives it a little character. All right. Open up the loop on this one again. All right. We got it. We got it. Okay. So for the center, we're going to change things up just a little bit. Okay. So those are going to go on either side of our centerpiece. And our centerpiece here is going to have a longer dangle section, if you will. Okay, so we're going to start out with one of our flowers that I have already wire wrapped for you. Okay, that's going to go right in the middle. We also have a single flower that's going to go up here on this end. So we need to try to remember to do that one, but we're going to do the center first. Please ignore the screaming man-child that you hear in the background. My son is also a streamer, and he is currently streaming, so I apologize for all of that noise. All right, we're going to put a jump ring underneath the flower, and then the flower is going to have not one, not two, but 3 of the leaves coming off of it. So we're going to wire wrap our leaves. Now, the leaves on the outside edges are going to be on head pins. The one that's in the middle is going to be on an eye pin because we're also going to put another dangle at the bottom of it. Okay, so we're going to put that just like that. So we got a little bit of wire work to do here, not a lot. We're going to start with, let's see. We're going to start with this one right here. I'm having to dig around for the eye pins because I forgot to grab those out. All right, so wrapped loop on this guy. All right, bend the wire with the top of the pliers. Round nose pliers coming in. All right, go up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap in that space. Okay, we're going to trim off the excess. Tuck that in. Okay, Now for this one, the one in the center, we're going to put it on an eye pin, but we're still going to do a wrapped loop on the top. Okay, so grab the wire, bend it over the top of the pliers, round nose pliers up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then wire wrap. Was not the neatest loop there, but I'm gonna fix it here in just a second. Okay, come in with my cutter to trim off the excess. Tuck your ends with your pliers. Okay. All right, now from the bottom of that, to hang off of that, we need this guy right here to go onto a head pin. So we're gonna thread our leaf and then our flower, and we're gonna do a wrapped loop on this. You could do a simple loop here if you wanted to, but I'm gonna do a wrapped loop. Up and over. Go wire over to the other side, and then, whoops, same steps. We're gonna wire wrap. We have one more flower to wire wrap, and then we can put all of this together and add some chain and some hardware to this to finish our design. So this one's quick and easy. And anywhere that you see that I have done a wrapped loop, you can substitute for simple loops if you want to. I know not everybody likes simple loops, but it's up to you. All right, kind of digging for one more head pin. All right. So this is just our single flower. You guys can see this one over here on the edge. This one's going to go over here. I forgot about earlier. So we're going to go ahead and wire wrap this one, and then we'll put all this together. Wanda says, I like the Baby Wubbers foamy grips, comfy but not bulky. Me too, me too. And guys, if you're interested in grabbing these, they are in that shopping bag. All you got to do is click on the shopping bag to check them out. I love them for a couple of reasons. The tips on them are nice and small, and the handles are really, really nice. Really, really comfortable to use for long periods of time. I'm not big on bulky pliers, so I'm a fan for sure. Plus they're Wubbers, so the quality is really, really nice. All right, so now it is time to put everything together. I know at the moment it doesn't look like much. It's just kind of concept at the moment, but we are going to fix that right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our center little leaf and open this guy up with a twist, and I'm going to thread on our little flower section. Okay, so all of that's going to go together. We are going to use a jump ring. So I'm going to take a jump ring, twist to open, and I'm going to thread on my middle leaf, one of the outer leaves on this side, and then a leaf on the other side. And then before I close that, I'm going to thread on my flower, and I'm going to close that back. So this creates our center focal. Okay, now we're going to use jump rings to put all this together. So you can see these have already been linked together with jump rings. So now we are going to move on to the next. So I'm going to take a jump ring, twist to open. I'm going to thread that on to my flower. Before I close that, I'm going to thread on my focal and then my next flower in the chain of the neck part of this necklace, right? The round part of the necklace, if you will. Okay, then I'm going to pick up another jump ring. Twist to open, thread that on. The next dangle is going on. Then my next flower. Use my pliers to close that back. Next jump ring. Same thing. Add the dangle, then add the next flower, close that back, one more, jump ring, dangle, flower. And then we're going to go ahead and add a jump ring to the end of that for where we are going to put our chain. So I'm going to go ahead and open this, and I'm going to sit this down for a second because I want to lay this out so you can see what this looks like, and we're going to take a look at the beautiful chain that we are going to add to this. Okay, so there's our design, and as I mentioned, you could do the entire length of the necklace in these flowers on eye pins if you wanted to. However, I have taken some really beautiful Rollo chain here for the length. I have gone ahead just to save a little bit of time, and on the back I have put a couple of jump rings and a lobster clasp, and we are going to attach that to my ends. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to leave the jump ring off. So I could do a jump ring here as my go-between, like I could do a jump ring and then my chain. I will. But honestly, you don't have to. I will. Might as well, since I've already opened the jump ring. But honestly, you could, if you wanted to, you could just open up your simple loop and connect it to your chain that way and save yourself a jump ring. But I already opened this one, so we're going to use it. And I will show you guys what this looks like on the bust as well, so you can really see this hanging instead of laying flat on the mat, because everything looks a little different when you let gravity do what gravity does. But just some really pretty little chain with this was really what all it needed, in my opinion. However, I could have done a whole lot more dangles with some of those beads that I had left over. Look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. It's great for spring. It's easy to wear. You can throw this on and dress it up with, you know, a little black dress, or you could throw this on with your blue jeans and keep it casual. Super, super cute. Love the pops of color in this one. The flowers are stunning. The leaves are perfect. And you could do this vice versa, right? Because we had a ton of the purple. So instead of doing the white beads, you could have done the purple around the top, and you could have done the white beads hanging, or you could do two necklaces, one for whatever mood, right? You can swap those leaves out if you wanted to for some of the other leaves that were part of that 10 strand assortment. So pretty. So you could get really, really creative with this. You could even take some chain and do some drapes through here. You could have put these two right here on eye pins as well, and then done drapes of chain out this way, right, from those leaves, and gone like this out to give this, you know, a totally different feel. So lots of options here. You could also take these strand assortments and mix them with some of the designer blends. So if you wanted to mix this with that beautiful sunshine designer blend and add some extra yellow in here, you could. Lots and lots of possibilities. And we didn't use a ton of hardware, right? We used some head pins, some eye pins, and some jump rings, and that's pretty much it. We stuck to our simple techniques, simple loops and wrapped loops, and just opening and closing jump rings. So this wasn't a difficult piece to create. Didn't use a whole lot of materials, and we still have tons of beads to work with. So there you go. I hope you guys liked this one. It's so, so pretty. All right, now I'm going to show you what this one looks like on the bust. And while I am doing that, okay, first of all, I'm going to move this out of the way and I'm going to move back in to the shot here. The beautiful 10 strand assortment that I had today for you guys that was now a disaster because of the way that I moved it. But let you guys kind of have a little eye candy here. Now remember, these are in limited quantities, so you don't want to miss out on grabbing these. Also take advantage of the dollar days we've got going on over the weekend, where lots of your favorite items on artbeads.com are $1, $2, $3. It's a great way to stock up and stay within your beady budget. But just a gentle reminder about these. Limited edition, okay? Limited edition. So when they sell out, sometimes we're able to restock them. We may be able to, but there's no promises there, right? It just kind of depends. So your best bet is to just grab them when you see them, because you just don't ever know. I know Megan is going to do her best to help to restock the ones that have already sold out. But if that's not possible with some of them in the future, just know that like the first time you see them is usually the best time to get them, because you never know. All right, so take a look at these as I get the bust and my necklace ready. And while I'm doing that, we're going to do another giveaway. So let's get ready. Okay, so this is a two-part question for you guys. Oh, Eric says we may have a few of last week's sellouts. Stop it. Really? Let's send the crowds. Send the crowds. That's fantastic. Dang, that's fast. That's awesome. All right. You may still be able to grab some of those, you guys. That's awesome. Love it. All right, so let's do another giveaway while I fight with my necklace bust over here, because I was trying to read comments and do this all at the same time, and clearly I'm not good at multitasking. So this is a two-part question, you guys. Okay, this is a two-part question, and you've got to get both answers right to win. And the rules of the game are the same as before. It's the first person in the comment section with the correct answer is going to be our winner. Okay, so get ready, Michelle. Get ready. Here we go. On this day, everybody listen, two-part answer here. On this day in 1782, the Continental Congress adopted what seal? That's the first part of the question. And what did it feature on it? What seal did the Continental Congress adopt? And what did it feature on it? You got to have both parts. That was in 1782. Ready, go. And while you guys are going, I'm going to flip you around. Hello, friends. Hello. All right, I'm taking a look here in the comment section to see. That was a tough question. That was a tough question. And just so you guys know, I did not come up with that question. Eric came up with that question. That's a hard one. The first one was easy. That one was easy. But yeah. I see it. I see the correct answer immediately. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. Congratulations to our winner, Sarah. We share a name. You have an H. I do not, but you're still fabulous, my darling. Congratulations to you. It was the Great Seal of the United States featuring the bald eagle. So congratulations to you. I think we're all kind of in this kind of patriotic mode because the 4th of July is coming really fast, you guys. It's just right around the corner. So I love it. I love it. Great question for this time of year. Congratulations to both of our winners today. That is awesome. All right, who's ready to see the necklace? Are you ready to see what it looks like hanging? I think it's beautiful, and I hope you guys will think it is beautiful too. Now, if this is too much dangle for you, you could always replace this center with another one of these if you wanted to. So super really super pretty. Love this one. So, and hopefully you guys, we're going to get those restocked so you guys can grab some of these beautiful beads. Do not forget to grab the one that I had for you guys today, because those 10 strands may sell out really, really quickly. I mean, it was gorgeous. I would be surprised if it doesn't sell out. So, you know, take advantage, because we try to restock if we can, but that's not going to always be possible. So your best bet is to take advantage while you can. And don't forget about the dollar days that are going on this weekend. That means that some of your favorites, thousands of items to be more specific, are available at $1, $2, and $3 on the website. You want to take advantage of that. That is now through Monday night. So you've got a little bit of time, but you don't want to wait too long, because also with those dollar days, it's kind of the same thing. You know, some things will sell out when we do dollar days. And if you don't check out your cart, you know, and finish the checkout process, then when you come back to your cart later, things may be gone. So definitely want to go ahead and take care of things. Eric says, Ari, catch your mom. What are you catching me for? Right here. She's not even paying attention. She was. She's not paying attention now. Let's see. Let me scroll back and see if I missed anything. Sarah. See, you messed up, Eric, because you didn't scream Patrick Mahomes at me. That's
not your fault.
You know that's the rule. That's how the community gets my attention.
You throw this at me?
I may have thrown that bead at you. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So Denise says, OMG, it says they're back. So they're back. I mean, that's wild. That's wild. Just rolling back. If you guys have questions, by the way, if you're curious, well, I'm scrolling through the comments here just to make sure that I don't miss anything. Eric says we got a few in. So we do have a handful of those that had sold out. So the sellouts are live now if you want to grab some of those, but they are in very, 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 very limited quantities. So you definitely want to grab those up right now, because they probably will not stick around. We have Megan got a few of the sellouts live. That's fantastic. All right. And then it looks like that's it. So you guys, I'm not in a hurry to leave. Can you tell? I enjoy our time together here, and I don't like it when the show is over, because it kind of marks the end of my week, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. But it's always bittersweet to leave you guys, because we have such a good time together, and I feel like I miss so many things that happen in the comment section. So yeah, I appreciate all of you for hanging out and spending your afternoon with me and letting me be a part of your beady journey. Be sure, guys, that you are setting your reminders, same time, same place. Next week, I'll be creating with the beautiful teal mix, or the teal assortment. I've got to get that word in my brain, assortment. The teal assortment. I'll be creating with that next Friday. So set your reminders, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be right here. Be sure that you are also checking out, you guys. We've got new products coming all the time. So you want to be sure that you are scheduling your reminders and signing up for text messages, because that's a great way to not have to set a reminder for yourself. But for all of the designers here on artbeads.com, because you never know which one of us is going to drop a new product on you. It's not always going to be me. We have a big design team. It could be any of us. So be sure that you are tuning in for every one of the designer shows, because you never know what amazing new product drop is going to land during that show, and you don't want to miss out. Trust me, I have seen the stuff that is coming in new, and it is all absolutely stunning. If you liked today's assortment, you're going to just continue to be awed by what is coming your way. So tune in for all of those. Be sure that you are also checking out Serious Art Beaters on Facebook. That is another place to hang out with our community. So the conversation here in the comment section does not have to stop. You can head on over to the Facebook group and continue the conversation and be inspired, share your creativity, and check out what others are doing with their art bead goodies, right? Okay, friends, so many of you got the beads that I used today. I'm so glad. Congratulations, Paulette. You're going to love those. No, that's not Ari whimpering. That would be my German Shepherd. He's the biggest baby on the planet. That is too funny. All right, friends, thank you so much. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your afternoon and a great weekend, and I'll be back with you guys again soon with another fun project. See ya. Bye.